Hello, my FB family and my YouTube family. It's Mashana, your lifestyle strategist, and it is Motivational Monday. So come on in, guys. Invite me into your space, invite me into your homes. Please make sure you like and share. Subscribe to my new YouTube channel. And it's Motivational Mondays with Mashana. And so we are going to get right into our topic. And so today I want to talk about the power of poverty. The power of poverty. So as you guys are watching my videos, I appreciate you so much for following me on Facebook and subscribing to my YouTube channel. We are still facing the coronavirus pandemic and we are quarantined in place. And so during this time, I just want to give you some encouragement and some motivation. I hope you guys are doing well. Everybody is facing this thing with in a different manner. Some people are depressed. Some people are angry, some upset, some are being positive and doing new things. Some still have to go out to work. Some people have lost their jobs. There's been some layoffs. There's been some uncertainty. And so it's real. It's real. And now that we are in our homes, the majority of us, and have to stay in the house, I think that it's allowed a lot of people to take a look at their situation. Financially, the majority of people do not have 6 months in their savings account because life is happening, bills are happening, there's not enough money coming in. And so everybody is typically in survival mode. And so this situation has shaken up a lot of people to say, I thought I was doing okay because I've been paying my bills and I'm saving up a little money. But if a crisis really happened, can I survive it? So it's like so many middle class people, you may make a decent salary, but you're still living in a level of poverty because maybe you can't travel like you want to, or maybe you can't save up like you want to, right? And here's what I mean by the power of poverty. Poverty will have you in a place where you dream things, but because your bank account won't allow you to do it, your mind will tell you no, right? You may be wanting to take that trip and wanting to do certain things, but your mind is saying, your bank account won't get you there. And so that basically can dictate how you operate through life with the very little, or not having enough, or not knowing how to get enough, or not being able to really have a cushion or a level of a security blanket. And that power that it has over you will dictate and determine how you move about in this life. So I have to take, because we're in the pandemic and we're quarantined, I got to take this thing to give you some motivation while you're in it. Because if you did not have 6 months of savings set aside, which is usually the norm, we like to say, but if you don't have it, which most people don't, so this is not to make you feel bad, it's to say that what actions are you now going to take to kind of get those things in place? How are you going to rearrange your mind to say that I need to do a couple of things different so that I'm always prepared for a rainy day? Because this is real. This is real. And not only will being poor and impoverished limit what you can do, it'll make your mind believe that things are impossible when it's just not so. You can physically have nothing in the bank and you can still create greatness. But when you have a lack of, and you don't have a way or a means to get out, your mind will play tricks on you and believe that all I got to do is survive. And to me, this is the crazy thing. We know the stimulus checks are coming out, and everybody is excited and appreciative that they're receiving the extra stipend, and all of that is great. However, if we put things into perspective, that one check usually is not going to be enough for most people to pay an entire 30 days worth of their rent or mortgage and their utilities and maybe their car note and put food on the table. It's not even going to be enough for you to do that for 1 month. And so God forbid if you're one of those people being affected by this coronavirus pandemic and you actually lost your job and you're furloughed and you've had loss of income and you're waiting for that check to come, and is it really going to get you into a better situation? It's going to help a little bit. It's going to help a little bit. But is it really going to get you into a position that you can sustain? Probably not for most people. And so the mindset is, I got a little bit. And so, hey, I'm going to run with it. I think that's great. I'm not saying that nobody's not appreciative of it. But at the end of the day, you have to have a fallback plan for you. You have to, you must. And it is a mindset thing with being disciplined, saving, maybe not shopping as much, saying no to some entertainment sometimes. It takes a lot of discipline in order to get yourself into that space, because you don't want poverty to have power over you. You don't want to live your life and say, I couldn't travel, I never could experience things. And, fear or poverty should have no room in your life, because they will keep you bound. And so I wanted to stop by today to tell you guys on Motivational Monday that you deserve so much greatness in your life. The power of poverty will not overtake you. It doesn't matter what it looks like. You can still be great in spite of the situation. And if you're able to save some of that money, then do so. If you're able to invest some of that money, then do so. Play it smart with the seed that you're giving, because it's a seed. It's not going to take care of you for a long time. But play it smart, okay? Because tomorrow we know is just not promised. And you got to live your life to the fullest today. So while you are doing your time, because that's what we're doing, because we're in a waiting pattern to see what's going to happen. So it's like we're doing time right now. We're trying to get through it. Do your time wisely. Make sure you're reading. Make sure you're studying. Make sure you are elevating yourself during this time, okay? Make sure that you're maybe getting a new certification. You can do a lot of stuff online. Learn some new things. Make sure that you are servicing yourself well, so that when you get out of doing time, you will have something to say, well, I birthed this business while I was doing time. I changed my situation. I increased my credit score. I saved some money during this time. How will you serve your time? Will you allow the poverty-stricken life to have power over you? It has no power. Only as long as you let it. Only as long as you let your circumstances stop and define who you truly are. Greatness is on the inside of you. But if your mind tells you that you'll never get there, then you won't. And being poor will do that. Nobody wants to be poor. It's not a fun thing to be, right? And when I say poor, I don't just mean like the homeless. Some people have nothing. You can have a job and still be poor. If you are living a life and bounded where you're paycheck to paycheck, your uncertainty, we know now the jobs are very uncertain. You should have known that. But if that's the life you're living, then that's a bondage, because you can't be free. And so many of us live in a life of poverty that has power over how we move, what we do, how we think, what we believe we can achieve. That's what I mean by the poverty having power over you. We're going to release that. We got to release that right now, because during this coronavirus pandemic and we are quarantined, it has to be a change birthed in your mind to say, when I get out of this, I don't want to be in a position where I can't take off and go to the beach for a week because I don't have enough money in my account. You shouldn't be in a position where you say, I can't enjoy life or shop or do things. That's saying, yes, we know everything is done in moderation, but you better enjoy this life while the time that you are here on this earth. And we know that it takes money. Everything you do just about requires some form of money. And the only way that you can do that is to change your situation, whether it's elevate your education, start a new business, try something new. Maybe you need to go after something else in this life you want, follow your dreams, get those things up and running, and do it with the level of excellence so that you birth greatness, because you deserve it. Don't allow your circumstances to have control over how your destiny is going to run. Your destiny requires you to show up. And if you're so beat down and bogged down and busted, the way you showing up is not of any excellence. And so you got to get your mind right. It all starts in the mind. I don't care where you live at, what you got. None of that stuff matters. If you can create the vision in your mind, you can change your entire life and your entire circumstances. And just because you're broke doesn't mean you got to be broken. It's time to pick yourself up, dust it off, and live a new day. The time that you serve now is going to dictate how your future is going to come. Now that life has quieted down and things have settled down, this is your time to birth out what it is that you've been trying to dream up. It's your time. None of that will happen unless you change your mind that your circumstances don't matter. Do not allow your poverty to have power over your mind of how you think, how you feel, how you move. Don't allow it to do that. Start changing your mind so that everything will follow. You were born for greatness. You got to believe it before anybody else does. You got to believe it. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's Motivational Mondays with Mashana. While we're doing this coronavirus pandemic quarantine, you guys stay safe, be blessed, and make sure that you are serving and using your time wisely. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next week.